MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Thunder and the Arrows. Eric Muench makes his much anticipated debut. Next. Alfonso Quintana is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, as starting pitchers go, he's not real tall. Now, we've seen plenty short guys be very successful, but one of the keys is having good deception by changing speed. The ball doesn't come out from a high angle, so it appears to come in a little flatter. That means pitchers need to come in at different speeds to really fool hitters. We'll see how he does with that here.
Into the box now, Saul Worthing, and we are set for baseball here this evening. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Second of 4 here on a Friday night as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of the series.
In there, a base hit. The throw into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
In now, Brian Hannon, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Quintana has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, D-Row, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Worthing stands at second with no outs. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. And that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit. And he's safe.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle-of-the-order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Runners back. At the plate now, Scott Franchise, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. The 1-0. Line to the right side. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, D-Row. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall behind and may potentially lose the first 2 games of this set.
Without question, Dan. Offensively, you're just trying to grind it out. Give your team a chance. Give the pitcher a chance to relax a little bit, even the series up, hopefully, and fight it out tomorrow.
To the plate now, Corey Esparza, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but If he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
Boy, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
The 2-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Line, that's a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Man, you might see some scrambling between the manager and the pitching coach in this one. That's 4 consecutive knocks, code red.
Stepping in now, Andrew Arellano, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. Now the 0-1. Arellano playing here in his age 31 season. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full tension.
A tag for 1, back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. Coming to the plate now, Hal Hale, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
0-1, no strike.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Now the 2-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 2-1 home. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. But is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Thunder are out in front here 2-0. Eric Muench, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Now here's the pitch. Rolando Valido is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one. And guys, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. Despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Of course the crowd is going to get on him a little bit here, but I find it hard to believe there was any intention there. Bottom of the first, you never want to dig yourself a hole on the mound just to send a message.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Alton Kramer. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Off the plate, ball one.
Now the 1-0. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. From the belt, the pitch.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back easily. Now the 2-1 pitch is laid off of for ball number 3.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing. The 3-1. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Hey, listen, as a pitcher, when you fall behind with 3 balls, you want to come in there and throw a strike, and sometimes you're going to give up a base hit.
Yeah, Danny, that's the name of the game from the offensive standpoint. Work yourself, count leverage, man. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Buy yourself that hot committed fastball and cheat.
Digging in now, Chet Tierney, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
He's set, and the pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Hey, this dude's clearly capable of clearing the bases with 1 swing. So I think the approach to this guy is trying to keep the ball off the plate. See if they can get him to chase something.
The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Two-0 count, the pitch. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
None out, runners at first and second. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Antonio Muench. He'll get to take his first cuts here. As a look, now the pitch. Too high, 1-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Outside, 3-0 now.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
First and second now, 1 man out. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Standing in, Muhammad Butts, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
There's a strike with the breaking ball.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases-loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Softly hit out to short. That's in there. Base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Boy, after scoring a boatload yesterday, D-Roll, they're off to a fast start again, striking here in the first inning.
Yeah, this offense is on fire. Obviously, the hitting meeting resonated with these guys. Scored a ton yesterday and picked up right where they left off.
Into the box, Caleb Grabo as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's through into center field. Base hit. 1-run score. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Hey, Dan, batter drives in 2 right there to give his team the lead. This looks like it's going to be a little bit back and forth. As a pitcher, how do you stop the bleeding?
Now, the one thing you have to do is just concentrate all you can to try to get that first hitter out of each inning. This has the makings like this is going to be one of those seesaw affairs.
Into the box now, Bull Jr. Simply off a slider too low, ball 1. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Franchise is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Batting it, the catcher, Andrew Zavala.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Andrew Zavala. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
First pitch on its way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
3 runs already home here. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Ready with the 2-1. Lays off the slurve there, and it's 3-1 now.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
The set and the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Ball 4.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off of the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Alfonso Quintana. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. From the stretch. Here's a little chopper up the middle, fielded cleanly, and he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases-loaded jam. On now to the top half of inning number 2. The Arrows on top 3-2. Second inning set to go, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Tiny Ryan.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Swinging a soft liner. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The catcher, Mike Hayes.
Digging in, Mike Hayes, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes.
1-0.
Set and the 1-0 pitch is looked at for the first strike. 1-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Scooped up. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Eric Muench.
At the plate, Eric Muench. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. There's one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. On now to the bottom of the second. The Arrows are out in front 3-2. Digging in to try it again, Rolando Valido. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
0-1 the count. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Muench really turned some heads in the minors. Taking the mound here in the first month of the season, this team has high hopes that he can be a big part of their rotation this year.
There's no doubt about it, man. I think they're looking for a shot in the arm. If this guy can produce the same kind of results early on like he did through his minor league career, I don't see any reason why he can't be a very important part of this starting rotation.
The count now at 2-2. Now the pitch. Fouled away. High in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Muench is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
Yeah, Matt, this guy wasn't really the most highly touted prospect coming up through the minor league system, but one of the things he does, he throws strikes, and if he continues to pitch like he did in the minor leagues here at the big league level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to stay here and pitch very competitive baseball.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Rolando Valido is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. At the plate now, Alton Kramer. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Muench has definitely caught the fan base's eye during his time in the minors. There's some real electricity in the air as he makes his major league debut in front of the home crowd.
Well, listen, this is the much anticipated debut, and they're not making it easy for him as he's making his debut on the road, but that must tell you what the organization or what that manager feels about this young pitcher. If they feel confident enough to run him out there on the road in his debut, that tells you they really like this guy.
Now the 2-0. Hit down the line at first. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close.
The batter, the right fielder, Chet Tierney.
Riding in once again, Chet Tierney. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
And a ball 1-0. Now pitch on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
3-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
And the count will be full. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Stepping into the box, Antonio Nunez. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Now a move over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. And again a throw over, and a dive, but he's back in. A runner on first with 2 away. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heat.
In there, 2-2.
I got to count for 2 and 2.
2 out with the man at first. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And the payoff pitch. Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks now with 2 away.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
In now, Muhammad Butts. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Slurve in there, strike 1. Looking at his career totals, Butts is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. Comes set, the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Saul Worthing. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike 1. The 0-1 on its way.
Ball, inside.
That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
To the plate now, Brian Cannon. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Now a throw over and the runner back. Third inning, already a 3-2 ball game. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. One there, but no real shot at two as he's safe easily at first.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball, so they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
So striding forward now, Scott Franchise. He's a dangerous hitter indeed as the reigning batting champion in the National League. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0 is taken, strike one. A 1-1. Oh, double play ball to second. 4 to second for one. On to first, and they've grounded into double plays now in 3 successive innings as the side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More in a moment on this Friday night. You're watching MLB Network. Now batting, Caleb Grabo. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Third baseman, Caleb Grabo.
First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1.
Nope. I got to count 1 and 2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Skied down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2.
2-2 count.
Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Stepping in, Bull Jr. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Standing in now, Andrew Zavala. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
That walk is going to feel a little extra frustrating for this pitcher. Not only do you never really want to walk the number 8 hitter, but it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Alfonso Quintana is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Two and 0 pitch on the way. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. Set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Corey Esparza.
Corey Esparza.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This one's down to third. Right to him. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The left fielder, number 99, Andrew Arellano.
Striding into the box, Andrew Arellano. And now a pitch on the way.
Ball, that's down.
The 1-0 is low and outside for a ball. Now the 2-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
Count was 2-1.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Sliders strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Stepping into the box, Hal Hale. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting the showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and he will make the catch just shy of the track, and the inning is over. Ready once again, Romando Valido. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
You know, Matty, tough to go down looking right there, especially in a long at bat. I kind of tip my hat to the fact that he didn't go into uber swing mode. He battled. He just got locked up. Look for him to have another quality AB. I think he's seeing the ball pretty darn big right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In tight there as he's got to turn out of the way of that one. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Worthing is right there, 1 down.
The first baseman, number 12, Alton Kramer.
Ready for another shot now. Alton Kramer. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes strike 2.
What a nasty pitch right there. Batter thought it was going to hit him, and it ends up breaking into the zone for a strike.
And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
Into the box, Chet Tierney. He swings here and sends a chopper to the left side. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. At the plate, Tiny Ryan. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
The third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Now batting, the catcher,
In now, Mike Hayes. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
2 balls and a strike to count. the 2-1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
He loses him on ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Blake Hamby will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
Here it is, the 3-0.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Full count now. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
So now to the plate, Saul Worthing, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Left side, but well fouled. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Digging in once again, Brian Cannon, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery, and a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Long run for the right fielder. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. James Ray is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
James Ray.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Antonio Nunez.
Antonio Nunez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
The 1-0 delivery. This is line to left. Arellano is going to have room, however, as he makes the catch in deep left center field for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Now to the plate, Muhammad Butts, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
He's set and the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. In there, 1-2 now.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
And this is taken for a ball high and tight. 2-2. One out, nobody on. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. No appeal needed, and there are 2 away.
Now
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Caleb Grabo. First offering on its way. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Ready now, Scott Franchise. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Scott Franchise.
First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Ready with the 2-0.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
The 2-1 home is taken, ball 3.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
Set, here's the 3-1. And, oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Now here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Tiny Burt enters the ball game to replace the starter, and some may feel he was pulled a bit prematurely.
Yeah, and I'm sure the lefty wants to stay out there too. But this is one of those situations where the manager felt it was time to start playing the matchup game. With the right-handed batter up next, they're hoping this right-handed pitcher gives them a better chance to get an out.
Corey Esparza will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. From the stretch.
1-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
One 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's fouled away. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2. Throw over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And he's way off balance with the swing there.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
Throw over to first. Don't want to forget about it. Here now the 2-2.
Way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
The 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Into the box now, Andrew Arellano, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runners on first with one down. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in there. Down the first baseline. Now the 1-1 pitch.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike. He's going.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw. He's not going to get him as he swipes second.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Matty. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing a single could be all it takes to push a run across.
And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Now batting with the Hale.
Ready for another chance? Hal Hale. First pitch on its way. Sharp ground ball to third. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So coming to the plate, Bull Jr.
For the error, no outfielder, Bull Jr.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Outside, that's a ball.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone all the way into the upper deck. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year as they push the lead to 4-2. That ball was absolutely blasted. 113 miles an hour off the bat, according to Show Track. As you see the distance there, that's one that'll get people talking.
Now batting, the catcher, Andrew.
Stepping in now, Andrew Zavala. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. A couple of walks for him thus far. Now the 1-0. It was a sinker that misses for a ball.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. Strike called. 2-1. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
The batter, the pitcher,
Devin Myers will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Devin Myers.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. A 1 pitch on its way.
Yep, that ball went out. Nope, inside, ball 2.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor. 3-1.
The 3-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Barriga.
Standing in now, Rolando Valido, as he'll take a look at ball one. Runner at first here, one man out. Hit out towards second. Oh, look at the dive. One there. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first.
Well, he showed right there why he's such a tough guy to double up. He can fly, and he busted it down the line, so they just get the one out.
Standing in, Alton Kramer. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Now the 1-0. 1-1 the count. Two out with the man at first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. Mexico City is on top here, 4-2. Hank Hansen is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Hank Hansen.
So stepping in, Tiny Ryan. He singled his last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
First delivery to him on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now back. Mike Hayes.
Digging in, Mike Hayes. From the stretch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. The 0-1 on its way. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Well, now you see how difficult it is to be a catcher. This ball is really smoked. It's all the way to the wall, D-Row, but he just doesn't have the foot speed to turn this into an extra base hit.
Yeah, his calling card is definitely not his ability to run the bases. It's for offense and massaging the pitching staff.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now. Hansen playing here in his age 31 season. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
3-1 the count now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Ani bailed him out with a swing. 3-2 now.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count. It just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. Good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Saul Worthing. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. He's set. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Cue shot here out towards short. To second for 1. On the first, it's a double play. And another crisis is averted here as the inning is over. J.J. Zemecki will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Last half of the 7th here. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Chet Tierney.
Chet Tierney.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses, ball 1. Now the 1-0. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. He's got it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Antonio Nunez.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Antonio Nunez. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. The 1-0. It's taken down and in for a ball. Zemecki playing here in his age 31 season. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
Outside, 3-0 now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1 pitch.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
This is foul right side. Hit hard to the right, but foul. And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
At the plate, Mohammed Butts. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Now a throw over to first. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And he is in there. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Now the 1-0.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
The 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Reined in. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Caleb Graybo.
So digging in now, Caleb Graybo. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick him up right here.
Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now. High fly ball out to deep right field. Racing back, the right fielder gone. He finds the short porch for a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Bo Jr. will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Skied down the left field line. And no one will track it down. A 1 pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Worthing is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 6-2. Leading off the inning, Brian Cannon, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Brian Cannon.
First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Well, we all know he can burn on a base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
Here comes the 1-0.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The right fielder, number 16. Scott Franchise.
Stepping up now, Scott Franchise. He enters this at bat 1 for 2 with a walk. Here comes the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
The 1-0 is a fastball looked at for a strike. Popped him up. Zavala over to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Corey Esparza.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Corey Esparza. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
Ball 1.
Count 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1.
1 strike.
And this is low. Ball 2. 2-1. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now. 3-1. Line drive to center field. Butts is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Ryan Greenberg is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Ryan Greenberg.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and digging in is the switch hitting catcher Andrew Zavala. First pitch on its way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. A 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Arellano has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Hank Hampton.
Will Hernandez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And this is popped foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Rolando Valido.
Now at the plate, Rolando Valido. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here comes the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll make the quick basket catch behind the plate, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We've played 8 full. The Arrows are out on top 6-2. Christopher Meadows comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Andrew Arellano. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Liner towards second. Well, this will be gloved out there at second, as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Now batter, shortstop, Al Hale.
Into the box, Hal Hale. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate that time. The 1-1 home. And he fouls this one off. Now that's popped up. Grabo moving to his left. 2 gone.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now in the box, Tiny Ryan. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw on to first is in time to get him. And the Arrows have taken games 1 and 2 here at home, as this one is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. Mexico City hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Alfonso Quintana earns the win, his second. Eric Muench was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. for the visitors. 2 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.